What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media. Bring Ravens content every single day. If you want to stay updated with Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, in this video today, it may be controversial. I'm going to be talking about a player that I see a lot of people on Twitter. I think people have said it in the airtime as well. Basically saying, well, Jarvis ended up going to the Saints. All these options that we like. We're getting T.Y. That's what's happening. We're getting T.Y. And this isn't like a confirmed, oh, we're signing T.Y. Hilton. This is a Ravens fans are starting to say, you know what? I think this is happening. I think we're going to settle with T.Y. Hilton. And I'm going to talk about whether or not that would be a good or bad thing for the Baltimore Ravens. So please give me your thoughts. Should the Ravens go after T.Y. Hilton? I've said that I think they should go after Will Fuller. A lot of people say Julio Jones. T.Y. Hilton is another possibility as a veteran wide receiver. Should the Ravens go after him? Will the Ravens go after him? And would he accept is kind of the final question, because the Ravens tried to get Jarvis too. They try and get a lot of players. They end up signing in other places, but you know what? Eric DeCosta's done a good job. He's gotten a lot of players to sign in Baltimore. None of them wide receivers yet, but maybe that'll change. So let me know what you guys are thinking about that. But let's get into it. Let's talk about T.Y. Hilton. So first off, I want to say T.Y. Hilton is one of my favorite football players. My favorite football player of all time is Andrew Luck. I'm a Stanford football fan, so I watched a lot of T.Y. Hilton when he was in his prime. And that man was one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. All right, I don't think he was on the level of Julio or Antonio Brown, but he was up there. He led the league in receiving yards. He was a Pro Bowler in 4 consecutive seasons. You know, he was with Andrew Luck. He had just 1,000-yard season after 1,000-yard season. Like, he was that dude. And he was open, and he was getting deep balls, and his longest reception in each of his first 7 seasons, I believe, from 2012 to 2018, his longest reception of every season was at least 60 yards. I mean, that shows that he was a true big play type of wide receiver. Now, if you look at his last 3 seasons, longest play, 35 yards, 50, and 52. Now, 50 and 52, those are very respectable numbers. But you have to also look at it like, hey, you know what? He didn't have a quarterback. Nothing against Carson Wentz, nothing against Phillip Rivers, but those are not the type of players that Andrew Luck was. So, is T.Y. Hilton going to be able to come to Baltimore and become a player the Ravens can utilize? I think potentially he's definitely, guys, I don't want to say whatsoever. He's not the same player he used to be. He's had a lot of injuries. He hasn't played in a ton of games in the last few seasons. He had 15 in 2020, but overall, he's been injured. He's had lower body injuries. Like, I don't think he's the 2016-2015 T.Y. Hilton that was dominating the NFL. That's not the player he is. However, he does have veteran experience, and he can be a good leader in the locker room. I don't think he's the best option for Baltimore. I don't. Even though I'm a huge fan of his, I don't think he's at that same level that he once was. However, if the Ravens do end up signing him, it would be because of a couple of reasons. One, they're not looking for a wide receiver to be out there every play. If the Ravens sign T.Y., he's not coming to be the number one. I talked about this with Will Fuller, but it's even more so with T.Y. Hilton. He would come in to be a gadget, not like Devin Duvernay, jet sweep end around, but a tool for the offense to use. Whether they're saying, hey, it's 3rd and 10 and we need someone to run an intermediate route, why don't we bring in T.Y., or hey, it's 2nd and short, let's bring in T.Y. and maybe he can get, catch them lacking over the top. That's potential. That's really what the Ravens would be bringing him in for. And he would also be, hopefully, a good leader. He's had a couple of young wide receivers come into Indianapolis over the last, several seasons. And, whether or not he's been a terrific mentor, I don't really know as to that. However, they have come in and they've performed well and they have improved. You look at Michael Pittman Jr., Paris Campbell, Philip Dorsett. All these guys came in and they just, they were underneath T.Y. at the start of their career. And, eventually they would improve. Some got better. Like Michael Pittman got better than T.Y. At this point in time. He's not better than prime T.Y. Hilton. But that's one of those things where, like, okay, he's been in a young wide receiver room. And he's been around young guys. And maybe that's something that he has that the Ravens are looking for. Because you look at, like, guys like Will Fuller, you could say last year he was in a young wide receiver room, but they even had Devontae Parker in Miami. When he was in Houston, he was playing with DeAndre Hopkins. T.Y. Hilton's playing with, very young football players at that wide receiver spot, and he's the veteran. So he has experience being the older guy, which is more similar to, like, Sammy Watkins, who the Ravens obviously brought in last season, ended up leaving. I believe he went to Green Bay. So, like, that would be kind of the one thing that I would say the Ravens would go out and sign him for, is his experience being the older guy in the locker room and his experience being a decent deep threat. I just don't think that he's the guy the Ravens should go after. If the Ravens want to get a deep threat, go for Will Fuller, go for Deshaun Jackson. If the Ravens want to get, a guy that can be out there every play, first down, second down, third down, go after Julio, go after Odell Beckham Jr. If the Ravens want to get, just kind of a depth piece that's not going, like, I don't think T.Y. is going to come in and be able to surprise people and be like, wow, he had 1,000-yard season. A guy like Julio could potentially do that, if he plays at the level that he can play at still to this day. Maybe an Odell can come in and be like, wow, he's still one of the best. T.Y. can't, I would love for it to happen. I'm a huge T.Y. fan, like I said, but it's just not expected that he would be able to come in and be a dominant factor. I don't think it'd be a terrible move, because I think signing a veteran wide receiver would be good, but overall in the market, I think there are other options the Ravens can explore. Now, if those other options don't want to come to Baltimore, I'm completely okay with going after T.Y. and saying, hey, Devin Duvernay, you're our number 2. Or, hey, Tylan Wallace, you're our number 2. Or James Prochet, you're our number 2. We have T.Y. He's going to come in. He's going to rotate with you. But he's not going to go out there and be out there every snap. You're going to get your opportunities still. And I still like having those young players actually get those opportunities. I'm a big believer in Tylan Wallace. I'm a big believer in James Prochet. I think those guys deserve an opportunity. I think they will get an opportunity. So T.Y. Hilton at least allows those players to still get an opportunity while still bringing in a veteran guy. However, it is an injury-prone veteran guy. Let me know what you guys are thinking, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for Daily Ravens content. Also, check that out. Coming soon. Don't worry. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see all of you again tomorrow.